I've just realized how popular my Prolog video is, and that's because it's still taught at a lot of universities. And I want to record it again because now that we have the 64-bit version, yep, you guessed it, there are more bugs, more fun to be had. Prolog is a declarative language, and that means that it doesn't care about how you go about it, the process, it just says, please give me these results. That sounds fine, but it doesn't make it easier than a normal language. And just to add to the fun, even to get the menus up, you've got to type a command. So init win menus. Prolog is a little bit different to some of the others. We have organized data, which are facts, and we have rules. And these are put together in one file. And then on the other side, we have queries, which is where your Swi-Prolog comes in. So over on the left, you'll need to use a text editor. And on the right, you have queries. And in fact, these will be two separate apps in the 64-bit version and on Windows 2. So you can use any text editor you like, but please remember you have to use the extension .pl. Just to make it more fun on Mac, the 64-bit version, the editor doesn't work. So we're going to use TextEdit, but make sure you put it into plain text mode. Super important that. Otherwise, you're definitely going to have all sorts of problems. Once you've done that, you can start to edit. And as you probably figured out, I'm going to use the episode of Friends, which I hope is available on a streaming service near you. Although in Malaysia, they seem to have taken away. So these are the main characters: Rachel, Chandler, Joey, Ross, and Phoebe. Comments are separated with the / and then //. Under no circumstances use capital letters. I'll explain why later. I know it looks funny. And every single line needs a full stop. Yes, you're in the big boy languages now. There's zero forgiveness with Prolog. Now be sure to save the file with a .pl. Otherwise, it just will not try to read it. So example.pl, it must be a PL file. Yes, it is a text file, but they absolutely insist and grey out any other way of going in. Once you've done that, you can go and Swi-Prolog. Now, first things first, make sure that you've got your init menus. If it didn't crash, you can press the up button and you might be able to get it back up. Then you have to consult. Consult is the only file menu that works in the 64-bit version. So in this case, I've put it in a file called Prolog, and I've called it example.pl. So that's what we'll be doing. And the first thing we'd like to do is check if a character exists. Now, look, this is a tiny database, but you can imagine for hundreds of thousands of lines, this could be a very, very powerful tool. And it is still widely used on things like IBM's Watson. So your university is doing it. It is a niche language, but that is the way it is. Let's head back to the text edit, and we're going to use some extras here. So we're going to have our likes. So this means that Ross likes Rachel and Rachel likes Ross. Monica likes Chandler and Chandler likes Monica. And then we have Chandler likes Phoebe and Phoebe likes Joey. Monica likes Joey and Joey likes Rachel. So you can see from this, there's a few more statements here, and these are all very useful facts. Each time you change the file, you are going to have to consult with it again. So I'm just showing you that one more time. And now we're going to start to see a little bit of the power of this. Let's start with the simple stuff and just go with a simple example of a like. So likes Rachel, comma, Ross. And hopefully if you watch the show, you'll know that that's true. And it is. Now, the next part is important because I mentioned capital letters. If you use a capital letter, it becomes like a wildcard or a variable. And yeah, this enables you to do really useful things with your query. So we're going to use likes, and this time we're using a capital. So I'm going to call it who likes, so that you can see that's the variable name, and then Joey. So who likes Joey? Quite a few people. More than that, you've got to press the semicolon to get additional answers. So please be aware of that. Now we move on to rules, and colon dash is like an if statement, a comma is like and a semicolon is like or. So let me give you a couple of examples of this to help you out. You guessed it, let's look at who's dating who. Right, you can see these rules coming up now. Feel free to pause this because every character is important. So comma is an and then we have an if statement. So take a look, take your time, pause if you need to. Right, let's test out our new rules and see what happens. So let's see if our dating check system works. So we've got Ross, we've got Rachel. And this is a nice point in the show, so they are dating at this point. And let's try something else, see what else happens. So perhaps we better check somebody. Is Rachel dating Ross? True, good. So that works both ways. And now let's check a dating, perhaps Rachel and Joey. And no, they're not dating at this point in the show. Now, to show off our or statement, we're going to look at attraction. So the difference with this is we have an or statement, and so that's quite nice. Again, pause if you're not quite sure, because every character is important, and notice we have a semicolon here for or. So let's have a little look and see what we do. So let's see who's attracted to who in Friends. And so we put our attraction in. We've got Joey. And let's see who he's attracted to. Notice I've put in the capital W, which makes it a kind of variable. And I've pressed semicolon so that it actually gives us each particular item. And let's just see if Joe is dating anybody. And again, we can use that W just to show you, and false in this occasion. Let's just check that this is working nicely. Let's see who Ross is dating. Yep, he's dating Rachel. So all is well with the world. And that's a really happy story there. But let's also just check the likes. See who Joey likes. And he likes Rachel. So there we go. But also we can check who likes Joey. And you've got the whole thing. And again, you're going to have to put the semicolon in there just to have a good idea. To finish the video, I'd like to talk to you about some of the bugs that can happen. Have a look at these bugs. All of these can be quite painful in one way or another. What do you think is causing the problems in each of these bugs? Have a little look. Okay, pause, look carefully, see what's going on, and then I'll go through it. So in the first one, I put a space after attraction. Just enter the command again without the space. This one, you put a capital R for Ross, which made it a variable. And in this one, I forgot the full stop. You press Control D to get back, and that works on Mac and Windows. And number 4, I forgot to consult with the file before starting. Also, I would stress, if you've updated the file, you have to consult with it again. So hopefully those are some things that will reduce your frustration.